Still no new babies in this pen. Those babies over there, they better be good to go out today because they're old enough to vote. It's a little damp out there. Sounds a little drippy overhead. Oh yeah, guess who that would be? Oh, somebody's getting bread. Didn't get to see who he was working on last night. You hit that, you dumb. I've had to set that thing back down in place twice in the last week. He needs to learn that's not a runway or a landing strip. There's overhead obstructions. Anyway, dump trailer worked good with an umbilical cord. Luckily, I could get that hooked up and do it. It was a little damp when I got back down there with the skid steer, and I got a little wet. Got to level off though. But as I was going down there, I noticed below the barn would be just about straight down here. There was a heifer calf on the other side of the panels in the tall grass. Yeah, we all hear you, Eeyore. Yeah, we can hear you. And she was there the whole time I was down there. I wasn't sure what group she was from because, you know, she could be from either one. Sometimes they'll get shoved under the wires over there. But I'm thinking she's probably out of this group, so I got back up here, went in, luckily in a spot I could unhook two panels in the middle of everything, but they're grown into the ground. So that was fun. And then of course, and I knew it, as soon as I got the panels opened up, everybody in there comes right over to it. They weren't necessarily wanting to sneak out the panels. It was the fact that they could get on their knees and reach farther out into the grass underneath the panel. Anyway, I ended up calling Becky, and she came down and stood there. And about a minute and a half later, had them little buggers back in. Or had that little bugger back in. And I don't know what it's going to do today. I don't think they know, but what I see looks like it could still have rain in it. I got a feeling they might have changed the forecast. I just haven't looked. Anyway, I'm going to get my feeding done and go from there. Caught the grass thieves crossing the bridge. One's still on the bridge. There we go. There's at least two of them down there. And hey, a little ground fog this morning. Didn't see the ground fog from when I come out. It was too dark, I guess. But hey, there you go. Rainy, being a healer. Being a red healer, I should say. And I think, I noticed there's a couple calves that got pretty greasy butts. Like when you're looking at them from here to the front of that trailer, you're thinking, I want to walk the other direction, not behind them. I just thought about why. See where that calf is standing? See that tub on the other side of it? Yeah. Because the color's normal, they're just runny. Well, guess what? When the cows eat the tubs, they get the same way. Little buggers getting too much protein. But unfortunately, it's kind of hard to let their mamas have that and not have it where they can get to it. So, not like I can do much about that. Run it till it's empty, they'll feel better. And these guys probably want some breakfast. Good morning, guys. What are you running away for? Huh? Good morning. Let's see. Oh, I was going to lie to you. Good thing I didn't say. That's 241's calf. The one broadside. I told him yesterday he's got a full sister over near the barn. Or a sister anyway. And old dark-nosed squarehead, that's dancer's kid. I don't know if he's got a sister or a brother. I guess I should pay attention sometimes. He's kind of a high-headed. He got that from his grandmother. He's a little whacked. But the real whacked one in here is the one with the goggles. Right there. And I think that's 13 BJ. Who, incidentally, is related to, yeah, imagine that. They both have the same grandmother. Well, good morning, TikTok. This would be the newest babies that half of them were sick and one of them had braces on her legs. I think they're all doing well today. Hopefully they will go out in general population. As you can see, feeling frisky. So we got one doing the zoomies. We got one trying to get some grain. One just getting mom's loves. And the other one, well, thought it was eating off mama over there, but from what I can see, too far away to be eaten. So standing there looking outside. And still 4 left to go. They haven't done anything yet. Go figure. Like to be done a month ago. And then they're talking about warmer than normal temperatures here this summer, this spring, which is what gets us into the long breeding seasons to begin with. Gotta love it. Not. A kid. Yeah, you were a pretty sick little boy. I think you were too. Your mama needs to clean your face a little better. Oh, speaking of mom's here she is. Oh, mama. Anyway, that's for Monday. Hope y'all had a good Easter. And we'll see what else today brings, if it's anything video worthy or not. Jeez, somebody came to see me, but then she came and sat up here. I'll give you one guess what she's got a diaper full of.
Did you poo-poo? Like, did you poo-poo?
No, she moves away.
Say bye-bye.
Blakely was out here.
Bye-bye. Can you wave bye-bye?
Watching those guys.
Okay, can you stay on your butt?
Contractor to the power
Are you
company.
hungry?
Had to check a couple things on the poles. And,
Sit back. Hold on.
check for woodpecker damage on one. And
Are you hungry?
add a ground wire to the one at the pump site. And I think I don't know, they touched the pole in front of the house? They just looked at it.
Oh, they just looked at it, I think.
Yeah, it didn't need anything.
On your butt.
This one, apparently at one point they used a lot of aluminum ground wires.
Do you want to tell everyone go?
Yeah, she wants me to drive on. Anyway, I took the kid down and he salvaged these for me. The pole at the bottom of the hills where the spring used to be, so there was power that went from the peak of there to this pole and down to it. And he had a few extras there too. So those are good for fencing. Great for corner posts.
Where are you going, child? Yeah, they're going to go bye-bye.
He had to climb there, just out of ground to the one at the pump site.
Hey.
And then his
Sign
buddy
that.
let him use the boom truck. And they were nice enough to take those 2 off up here. There's still 2 up there, but I don't know if they get close enough to reach those.
Hey, can you sit on your butt and say
Oh,
please?
that was cool. Had a nice chat with him. Yeah, gave the one guy a ride down with all his climbing gear.
Come on.
Saved him walking through the tall, wet grass.
1,
And she's been watching the whole thing,
2.
haven't you? You guys sit down or you can't
Right
ride. Well, I spent all frickin' morning on Google looking for batteries. When Optima sold out and a good share of the manufacturing was moved south of the border, the red top batteries that were very good and dependable for a long time kind of went to shit. An AGM battery is absorbed. Yeah, AGM. Anyway, Matt whatever the G, absorbed glass matte battery. So basically there's fiberglass inside here that's soaked in lead acid. And what they did was they made the mats thinner, and on these it happens to be in a spiral. So basically they made a cinnamon roll with the lead and absorbed mat. They used thinner mat, so they started having issues with them where the lead was too close together and would cause issues, and battery would go tits up. Of course, they didn't drop the price because they were saving, $5 a battery and making inferior product. The yellow tops, on the other hand, they have still been good. They didn't change anything on those that I know of yet. And I needed to call and talk to Tom today anyway, and he's usually up on all this stuff. So in the process of looking through Napa and everywhere else online, I was on the phone with Tom. I said, did they ever straighten out their red tops? And he says, had a few guys tell me that, yeah, they're really happy with them, but everybody else is still saying they're still a piece of shit and they're having troubles with them. So we spent the extra money, and there's 2 yellow tops coming for this tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow. They'll be here Wednesday. I scratched my head on it for a while. I'd much rather, spend money locally. But it's no core from Amazon, $3.09 a piece for the ones we're getting. There's a $18 core at Napa, and they're $3.20 something a piece. So get the core out of the equation. By the time Napa adds that to it, you're $50 a piece difference in the frickin' batteries almost, or $30 a piece. Excuse me. That's a big savings. And that still leaves me 2 cores that I can sell for scrap for $20, or give or take. I mean, they were paying $20 for them if you took them a couple of places. So that's my story on batteries at the moment. I figured out one to put in the dump trailer. Of course, it's a little more money because going with a deep cycle marine battery on that and going with a bigger Blue Top Optima. The only thing that bothers me about the yellow tops, which I guess I didn't realize before, but God, we've had good lucks with them. This size yellow top is 750 cold cranking amps, where these are 800 cold cranking amps. Why less amps? I don't know. I mean, they're a better battery. They last longer. They do just as good a job. But anyway, I spent the day doing that till I finally figured out what I wanted to do and had Becky order them. And then Thailand hands me this. Anybody know what it is? Hey, Bryce, we're talking tools here. I had to ask her what it was first. I thought it was a little bottle opener because it was in a plastic bag and I couldn't see that it didn't have the piece to open a bottle. I was thinking it was a little bottle opener and a wrench because I've seen those. And she goes, no. You put it on your ratchet or your breaker bar. Now you have a pry bar. Well, ratchet's in the way, but if you're offside. So, yeah. She ordered one for Maury, so they got one in the shop, and they came in a pair of 2. So she says, here, you get one too. Well, see how it works. I mean, I'm sure there's places I'll use it. It'd probably work better on a breaker bar because you don't have the head in the way. But anyway, it's way after lunch, and I still haven't got squat done, other than what I got done this morning. Spin you around, get you dizzy. Figure out where to put this little thing. Probably just put it in here with the 1/2-inch drive stuff, I suppose. Maybe we'll put it over here. It's metric, right? Put it down there with the metric. Oh, excuse me, with the metrics. Still got fence to check, spraying to do, whatever all else. So figure out what I'm going to do and do it. Well, I did actually figure out what I was going to do. Just filled my second tank. getting along the neighbor's field and along the road. And see how far this tank will go. And by the looks of things, I got to hit a few spots here again too. So I sprayed my way out the driveway, and I did up by the mailbox. That I did kind of on the way down there. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. If this is the end, it's the end. If not, I might get you more. If it's the end, thanks for watching. Hope you had a great Monday. If not, you'll see more. Have a great Tuesday anyway. Oh, and I did talk to Tom today. He's hoping to have my cylinder done Wednesday, when things get kind of back to normal in their shop, because a bunch of guys are out of town doing some install work. So he's hoping to be back at, not have to do the job of 10 people anyway, just 20 people like normal. He's hoping to get to it on Wednesday and finish it. We'll see. Well, a little more for you. I was going to get Becky on here, but then Brooke just FaceTimed her, and so she went in the house. Oh well. I came back again and filled that up again. That's a 15-gallon tank. It's only got maybe 5 gallons left in it. I don't even think it's that much. And so I filled it twice. It's 30 gallons. It had at least 10 gallons in it the first time around, so I used 35 gallons going around. But I also got some blackberries and groundsel that were out in the middle of the field too, where the old fences were. So, hey. Oh, I also did along the road up here, because they're one of their properties where that maple tree is. And since everything that grows out of that grows in my way when we go in and out with trucks and equipment, I keep all that sprayed down too. County can't bother to do it. They can't spray anything anymore, They still got probably $40,000 worth of spray equipment that's just sitting because, they can't use it. Because the goody two-shoes from town don't want to see anybody spray the ditches. The state still sprays along the highways, at least. So anyway, I'm going to edit this and put it up, and see y'all in the comments.